Okay. So I decided after last week's video to use my writing as a way to keep a video journal. So each week I'm planning on writing a kind of essay or a reflection piece on something I've been thinking about, something I believe, something I've been questioning, just kind of like my mental state or just a topic that kind of speaks to me in the moment. So this week I decided on writing a piece about advice and having good advisors and being a good advisor to the people around us. So here we go. This piece is titled Advice. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. Advice. Guidance or recommendations offered with regard to prudent future action. Whether we realize it or not, we have filled our lives with advisors. There were times when I was assigned an advisor, high school and college to name a couple. Then there are times when we insert advisors into our lives without paying much attention, usually in the form of friends. But the first advisors we all had were our parents. Many of us are advisors without knowing it. We give feedback and input into our friends' lives without much thought on how powerful our words are. We are all uncertified therapists, shooting off advice like bullets, hoping to take down our friends' problems. If anything, therapy should teach us how powerful good advice is. It is our responsibility to educate ourselves so we can be good advisors to the people closest to us. But what is a good advisor? I've heard it said that we are the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Shouldn't those 5 people be the best advisors we can find? At first, this makes me feel like I have to vet the people closest to me in terms of wisdom and success to make sure their influence is positive and not negative. Unfortunately, I've walked that path, and it's a prickly one, full of briars, pits, dead ends, and resentment. It took me time to understand perfection isn't the answer. The difference between the good advisors and the bad is a person's ability to learn from their flaws, their demons, and apply that knowledge to help better themselves and the people around them. It feels like common sense, yet in those moments where we see a friend struggling, rarely are we able to give the advice that friends need to hear. We push it down and nod our heads, affirming their complaints and viewpoint rather than challenge them. It's so much easier to go home and vent about the advice we want to give to someone besides the person who really needs to hear it. A good advisor is someone who isn't afraid to face the discomfort of telling their friend the truth. Even if the truth might be skewed from your own perspective, telling it is still better than going with the flow of someone else's self-destructive or self-aggrandizing thoughts. By facing our discomfort and challenging the views of the people around us, we become better together. When we choose comfort over confrontation, we wrap ourselves in chains, sinking deeper into shared delusion. This is why my challenge to myself is to be a good advisor to the people around me. And in doing so, show them the way I want to be talked to. I don't want them to inflate my worldview. I want them to challenge it. Force me to decide if what I believe and how I behave is right and why. Because if we cannot explain why we believe what we do we really believe it? Just want to say thank you once again for taking the time to listen. I appreciate it. I will be doing this once a week, different topics. So tune in if you're interested. I hope you have a great day.